Hi, and welcome back to Poltergeist Board Games. Today I'm doing an unboxing of the Plum Island Horror by GMT Games and designed by Herman Lutman. This came out in the end of 2023 and it's a massive box. It's 3 inches wide, pretty heavy. Imagine a lot of components, but this was not on my playlist originally. This was, I don't know, it just didn't seem like a game that was up my alley. But then I started seeing all the reviews on it and quickly changed my mind. And maybe it was a little FOMO, fear of missing out on a cool game. And plus it's designed by Herman Lutman and he does great work. So I decided to give it a try, and let's look at the back here. So we've got, it's a high solitaire suitability. Complexity is low. It's ages 14 and up, 1 to 4 players, and about 45 minutes per player. And what I like about the front is it looks like a comic book. It's got that old comic book design, 10 cents. Just, it looks cool. And then in the back, we've got some counters, dice, and then you've got your board, some cards. All right, so let's get into it, open it up. Okay, we have our rule book, and we've got a reference guide, and the rule book is about 32 pages with the back cover. Reference guide is about 36 pages with the back cover. And we'll get into those in a little bit. All right, so we have some player cards here. Greenport Township, Islanders Athletic Club. These must be like different factions. Horror Mutations, Plum Island Constabulary, PIRL Security Services, National Guard, NPC Units, Neighborhood Watch. Those are all single-sided. And then we've got like a little card here to hold cubes, and track, biohazard track, overrun points, and VIP civilians. And then we've got quick reference, sequence of play, and close combat damage, range combat, repair table. And then we have our counters, supply markers, damage markers, overrun. These look like areas here. Exhausted location. And they are dual-sided. And then we have different tokens here. It says Murder of Horrors. These are like people of those different factions. It's the National Guard. Some more tokens. Then we have our map board. Pretty big. So let's see, it goes this way. So you have tracks along the top. And then they go down to the bottom. Kind of hard to get it all in here. There's like a little port down here. So that's the map board. We have baggies. We have cubes. Different colors. Looks like we have card stands. We have dice. We've got a couple of bags to put things in. This one has the biohazard symbol on it. Then we've got cards, 3 decks of cards. And Bigfoot lives. Call in an airstrike. These are called search cards. So call in an airstrike. We need volunteers at the CDC, paranormal encounter, RV caravan, crates full of berries, warehouse full of supplies, the Waking Dead, isolated glamping facility discovered. This is the one that has Bigfoot lives. So these are event cards. These must be, let's see, follow actions for each player. And then these are the event cards. Bigfoot lives, Patient Zero, Crisis at the ER, Cascading Horrors, and Asymptomatic Wanderer, Swirling Horrors. So 8 cards. Here's the track 6, track 1, Chaos, tracks 1 and 2. And then it tells you to draw an event or no event. This kind of reminds me, I don't know if any of you have played the Final Girl series. They have event cards and things like that. It's kind of reminiscent of that. All right, so let's look at the rule book. Kind of skim through it here. So you got an introduction. Right, gives you the backstory on what's happening on the island. game overview, all the pieces, cards, talk about the factions, combat dice, game markers, turn order tokens, the wooden cubes, choose a faction, place units, add NPC units to the board, add civilian units to the board, place turn order tokens in the draw bag. So that's, let's see which one's the draw bag. They talk about it. Yeah, it just says 2 cloth bags, doesn't specify. Oh, here we go. Biohazard cubes in the draw bag. So that's where the colored cubes go in the draw bag there. And then the other ones go in this one. Place mutations on the horror mutations mat. Place markers on the game tracks. Create supply of hit cubes and other markers. Then you got storm damage, bridge damage, first contact, a setup example. You've got gameplay, sequence of play, goes over each phase. So you've got hunger phase, activity phase, and end phase. Player activation tokens, crisis adrenaline phase, player action phase, follow action phase. And you have fate tokens, spawn, activate, and then the end phase, replenish, mutation, regeneration step, biohazard infection step, refill turn order bag step, and advanced round marker step. And then player action overview, move action, you got foot movement, vehicular movement, combat action, range combat, gunship combat, crowd control action, evacuate action, evacuating civilians, Great South Bay Bridge, and then you've got repair action, and then you've got your repair table, power outage, build compound action, compound unit details, use the location action, forage, decontaminate, search, exhausted locations, heal action, emergency room, medevac helicopter, faction special actions, reposition action. They've got movement details, connected areas, forked paths, white arrow, icons, bridge icons, forced crossing. You've got combat overview, boat and helicopter movement, matchup instructions, determine horrors, hits potential, determine player inflicted damage, apply combat hits, range combat resolution, gunship combat. It's got everything in it. Special combat markers, victory and defeat, overrun effects, piling on, oh, the humanity, game modes, and then you've got a rulebook index, and then on the back, different tables. And then the reference guide, special units, example of play, it talks about different tokens, game round 2, number 3. Closing thoughts. Glossary. Actions per player, active player, activity phase, areas. Armed deputized civilians, civilian units. Goes some more into combat. Evacuation, faction units and factions. Follow action game rounds. Game track sideboard. Talks about the Great South Bay Bridge. Map icons. So it's more of a in-depth booklet here. Neutral player, NPC units. Player units, search cards, special ability, standees, golden rules of cooperation. And then you've got a glossary index and quick reference card on the back. And that's it. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for joining today. Take care.